Good evening, Huntsville, Alabama, and welcome to Houston, Texas, home of the Johnson Space Flight Center. We are here tonight for the induction ceremony in the Space Camp Hall of Fame for Samantha Cristoforetti. Now, Samantha came to Space Camp when she was 18 years old, a foreign exchange student living in the state of Minnesota. She attended Space Camp Level 2, which we now call, of course, Advanced Space Academy. As we saw in her video, she was a senior in high school when she attended Space Camp. Samantha always followed her dreams and her love for space, which is how she has ended up where she is today. Samantha is preparing for the greatest journey of her life. She's headed to the International Space Station. But before she can go there, there's one other journey that she must make, and that is to be inducted into the Space Camp Hall of Fame. I'd now like to invite Samantha Cristoforetti into our audience this evening as we prepare for this special induction ceremony. And with Samantha will be a number of our current members of the Space Camp Hall of Fame who are joining me here tonight in Houston, Texas. Samantha, welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right, and I'd like to invite you folks to come on in. We have a number who have joined us for this very special occasion tonight. Thrilled to have each of them with us to make these presentations. Samantha, you have made it. Your dreams, your goals, your hopes, your aspirations, and you are standing before us tonight as one preparing to go to Russia, complete training, and then move on to the International Space Station. What an accomplishment, what a success. The U.S. Space and Rocket Center is so very proud of you. Space Camp is proud of you. And tonight we are thrilled and honored to induct you into the Space Camp Hall of Fame.
Thank you so much.
And
it's
well, we are proud of you. The first thing we'd like to do is ask you to don your official jacket. And then there are other significant presentations tonight that need to be made on behalf of other members of the Hall of Fame.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Liz.
Welcome. All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Thank you so much.
And here's, this flew in space.
No. Wow.
It went on a shuttle.
STS-124.
Yes, and the flag went up into space. So it got there before you did, but you'll be joining it shortly.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, I'm immensely grateful and honored. As it was said, I'm preparing to go to space, and I have been training to go to space for several years now. And what happens when you train for a long time is that it becomes part of your normal life, and you tend to lose that sense of excitement, of wonder that you should really have every single day. And then once in a while something happens that brings it all back, right? It brings it all back into perspective, and you're overwhelmed again by that sense of wonder, of saying, you know, wow, I'm really like preparing to go to space. And what it is many times is that you get a chance to meet young people, boys and girls, and to see yourself and your experience and what you do through their eyes and their sparkles in their eyes. And tonight, being here with you and wearing this jacket and thinking back to my time at Space Camp, it's such an experience, but even more intense, because in a way it's like I am seeing myself and my experience as an astronaut right now through the eyes full of sparkles of my younger self. That 18-year-old who came from Italy, was living in Minnesota, took a plane on her own, multiple planes actually, from St. Paul for the first time in her life, and arrived to Space Camp and had the most amazing time of her life up to that point. You know, I grew up in a small village in Italy, in the mountains in the Alps, and from a very young age I was interested in space and in science, and I love science fiction. And I don't know why, but I didn't find many other girls in my little village that were interested in science and read science fiction and wanted to go to space. And then all of a sudden I was at Space Camp, and everybody was like me. So for the first time, I found kinship in that sense, and companionship. And you know, with the kids in my group, we shared so much. We shared that dream, and we were instant friends. and we had the most amazing time. And I've been in contact with many of them for several years after Space Camp. I know that Many have actually pursued careers in the aerospace business. Some have not. You know, back then we all dreamed of becoming astronauts, and of course I think that I'm the only one who's an astronaut today, but that's not what's important. What's important is that we all as kids had this huge, powerful passion and dream. And I think that regardless of what they all ended up doing in their lives, the fact of having that passion and that dream made them a better person. You know, just like it happened with me, I'm sure that it pushed them every single day to be the best person that they could possibly be. And I think that's the greatest gift that you can give to a child or to a boy or to a girl. And Space Camp does that. It helps you keep that dream alive, make it stronger. When I'll come back from space next year in May, it will be 20 years, almost to the day, since the time I was in Space Camp. So it takes a while to fulfill your dream. And if you have to keep it alive for such a long time, it has to be strong. And my belief is that going to Space Camp when I was 18-year-old took that dream that I had as a child and made it even stronger. You know, in a way, for the first time, I could almost touch it. It became real. And I am sure that it helped me just keep it alive and strong throughout the years until actually quite recently I had a chance to actually become an astronaut and start preparing to fly to space. So it's really with great gratitude that I accept the indictment in the Space Camp Hall of Fame. It's a great honor, so thank you all very much.